What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Man Up, coming at you with a quick video. And this video is going to be about the Houston Texans versus the New Orleans Saints, Game 1 of the 2019 NFL season. Now, I'm going to try to start doing these. I can't guarantee I'm going to do it before every game. Maybe a day or two, or the day before the game, the day of the game. I might not do it every single game, but I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do it before every game, but no guarantees. But anyway, I had a prediction that I think the Texans are going to win this game. It's going to be a shootout, going to be a close game. 38-35, Texans win. Now, when I said this here, some people replied to my video when I had my prediction that we're going to lose to the Saints. And that's fine. I know everybody has their opinion, and that's cool. But the reason why I'm saying this here is because what I naturally think is the New Orleans Saints quarterback, Drew Brees, is a damn good quarterback. Should be a first round Hall of Famer. Going down the history as the most passing yards, most passing touchdowns, all that good stuff. He holds all the records. Now, what I'm basically saying is this here. I think that Deshaun Watson in his offense, adding Laramie Thompson, I can't say his name. I knew left tackle, put it like that. Can't say his name right. Also with Kenny Stills, it's going to be a little better for our offense. Now I know losing the Javen, I can't talk all of a sudden. I know losing Clowney was a big blow to our defense, but I got to think that now we're going to try to really start relying on the offense, because I do believe that Bill O'Brien saw that our offensive line was terrible last season. He had to do something. You want to protect our franchise quarterback. We don't want our quarterback traveling all the miles and can't take a plane. He can't take a plane with the team. I think it was going to Jacksonville. I think it was. He had to take a bus. And that's ridiculous. So he realized he had to do something to protect this guy. So, with that being said, I do think our offense is going to be pretty decent. Now, I think our offense against the New Orleans Saints, I know they are more well known for their offense, and we're well known for certain individual players. We all know DeAndre Hopkins is, I don't care what you say, you might say I'm being biased because I'm a Texan fan, but DeAndre Hopkins is the best receiver in the game, and we know this. DeAndre, uh, DeAndre Hopkins is the best. Deshaun Watson is coming into his own. Now, don't know if Will Fuller's going to be playing or not. I don't believe so. But, like I said, there's going to be an emergence of Kenny Stills. So, on his team, that is. So, with that being said, I do think our offense, that's why I said this is going to be a shootout. I do think our offense is going to be a defense. Sometimes your offense is your best defense. Your best defense sometimes could be your best offense. Because there has been games before in the past Texans history, our defense won us a lot of games. Now I think the roles are reversing. And then like I said before in my video, I think Drew Brees is just getting older. So he can't put the velocity on the ball just like Tom Brady did last season. They won the Super Bowl, but you see how low scoring that game was. It was like 17-10 or something. I forget the score, and you see that he wasn't completing passes down the field when he was throwing 20 yards or more. He'll throw 10 yards, and the receiver, I forget his name, would run the ball for 20, 30 yards. So of course Tom Brady got that credit. But what I'm saying is this here. I think Drew Brees is a hell of a quarterback, going down as the best quarterback ever, probably to ever do it. Behind Tom Brady, when you want to talk about championship wise, or whatever. But I think he's the best quarterback behind my personal opinion, who I think is the best quarterback ever to play the game is Warren Moon. That's my personal opinion. I know a lot of people finna comment on this video and let me have it. It is what it is. But I do think that now is Deshaun Watson's time. I think it's Bill O'Brien's time. I think Bill O'Brien knows if he don't come out this season, he's gone. And I think Deshaun Watson now has something to prove this season. Now, this season, our schedule is a little bit tougher, so we have no excuses. Get out there and make it happen. So, the reason why I think the Texans are going to win 38-35, like I said, it's going to be a shootout in New Orleans. But I just think that Drew Brees, I could be wrong, and I'm not saying that this is accurate. Of course not. That's why it's called prediction. You think what you think is going to end up happening. I know a lot of people got us losing this game, but the reason why, like I said, I do not think that Drew Brees has to zip on the ball like he used to. Of course, he could probably still sling it. I'm not saying he can't, so don't tell me that he can or he can't or whatever. I'm just thinking that with age, Father Time catches up with everybody, and sometimes you got to know when to pass the torch. That's just how it goes. Like Tom Brady's now knowing he finna grab pass the torch on to Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, all these young active quarterbacks. Just like Peyton Manning knew it was his time to pass the torch. It is what it is. It's just how it goes. So with all that being said, like I said, I think it's gonna be 38-35 Texans. It's gonna be a shootout. Not gonna be, but like this, I don't think it's gonna be a blowout either way. I think it's gonna be somebody's gonna win this game. It's gonna be within 10 points. But I do say my prediction, 38-35 Texans. And I know our secondary is questionable, but I still think our front seven is pretty solid, pretty decent, and I think that's gonna cause some problems with Drew Brees and their offensive line. So as long as we can get pressure on as long as we can get pressure on Drew Brees, I'm fine with that. Just like 2-3 years ago, I think it was, when J.J. Watt kept getting hits and sacks on Drew Brees. I know that was in Houston, and I know that's a totally different New Orleans Saints team. So again, don't need nobody telling me this. I know that. But I do think as long as our offensive line, as long as our defensive front seven can get pressure on Drew Brees, I think we'll be okay. I think we got it. So, and I know, like I said, barring any major injuries, any more trades, any crazy thing happening, this is what I predict. And I gave you my reasons why. And like I said, I'm going to try to do these before every game, maybe a day or two. Like right now, I'm doing this Sunday, early morning Sunday, before the game on Monday night. So I might be doing this. It might be something that I might not do, but it is what it is. With that being said, though, this is your boy Man Up. I'm finna go and chunk the deuce. You was once in the man cave. Now I'm kicking you out the man cave. Chunk the deuce. I holla.